Yes team, what's up? Welcome to Motosumo. My name is Ben Parsons. I'm your instructor. First and foremost, as always, welcome, come on in, everyone in the Motosumo community, Linda, Dagsy, the works team. But before we get into anything, team, if you're doing this on demand, I want you to get on our live classes as quick as you can. Our live classes is where it's at. It's where we can see you on the leaderboard. I can see your sort of cadence throughout the whole thing. You get to send emojis to you. I get to chat to you. And that's where the fun comes in. Now team, let's get cracking on. This is your beginner class. So you've got half an hour with me, 30 minutes to get through your beginner class. Now our beginner classes are sort of for all levels. So if you've done loads of Motosumo classes before, it's your chance to pull back that intensity a bit. And if you're brand new, it's your chance to learn everything. I'm going to take you through everything about the app, about how we do things here at Motosumo. But once we've done that, I'm going to take you through that slightly elongated warm-up. And then I'm going to be ticking off a bit of everything. Your climbs, your speed, your intervals, just different rounds as we go through, team. Now that we got that sorted, we're going to start the way we always do, which is to knock off all your resistance. So I want you to come down to resistance 0. Take off every single tiniest bit of strength or tightness under those feet and just start your legs moving. Now, obviously, you'll notice that this is pretty easy. Dare I say, too easy. Now, we don't want it to be this easy, do we? So whilst we got those legs moving, I want you to just add a little bit. Find that touch of resistance now. Now that, team, is your resistance 1. That's where we all begin. That's basically your flat road. Feel that in those legs? Flat road there. So there's no decline, you're not going downhill, you're not going uphill, but you can feel that little bit. We're going to change it up and we're going to mix around later. But for right now, let's start in this. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. So really going to ease into this. Holding in your resistance 1, which is the lowest resistance we're going to hit, until we get to come back down into that resistance 0 later on in our cool down. So you've still got another 25 minutes, I was about to say seconds, 25 minutes where this is your lowest resistance. Now your resistance, once again, can almost be seen as your incline. So every time we add a bit of resistance on, it's like you're adding bits of incline. So the higher up that resistance, the steeper the hill you are climbing, or the harder it is for you to move your legs around. So right now, you're moving your legs around pretty easy because you can feel that weight under your feet. When we go higher and higher, it gets stiffer and harder to move those legs around. And so you've got 4 main resistances. Yes, Linda. So that's one thing we concentrate on, your resistance. And again, I'll be talking you through this and how each one should feel. And the other main thing we think of, just as Dagsy knows, is your cadence. So if you have a look at the bottom of your screen right now, you can see your cadence meter. You can see it's moving around in numbers. You can see it's also changing color as well. It's sort of color coordinated to those different speeds. So the slowest is gray, then you've got blue, green, yellow, and then if we sprint, we're in that red zone. That's how it works. So I can either shout out those colors to you, or I can shout out different numbers to you. I'll be mixing around with that, but again, I'll talk you through all this as we go. That's what I'm here for. I'm your guide. And being your guide, I can't tell you exactly what to do. It's up to you to sort of play around with it. It's up to you to find your own resistances. And it's up to you to push yourself. Once again, I'm
probably
doing it.
isn't hurting
I'm
that
guiding
much.
through it. So you've got to take a bit of ownership, a bit of responsibility to make those changes yourself as well. Anyway, team, let's start to bring on that cadence. We're going to take it up to yellow. 3, 2, 1. 60 seconds into that yellow zone. We're gonna be here for a minute. So bring that pace up, Linda. Nice, Daisy. Daisy, you're already in that red zone. So the way I always say with these beginner classes is, if you really want to push it, at any point you can. It's not compulsory, you don't have to. You can keep that intensity relatively low throughout the whole thing and then really sprint at the end, that's all good as well. 3, 2, 1, nice. I'm gonna have a 30-second break there, in which we just slow it down. We never stop. So I always want you having those legs moving around. Liz Martinez. What's up, Liz? Again, I always want you keeping those legs moving around. Nice, Liz. We're gonna go for that again, another minute. Let's see if you can add 5 onto that RPM. We build it up, team. Motosumo, 3, 2, 1, go! Remember, we're holding that pace, but we've lifted that pace up. Yes, Dexy? So I want you to try to push sort of 90 to 105 now. In that sort of upper end, maybe holding those hundreds. Holding that in. 3, 2, 1, nice. Slow it down. Just pulling it back, as always on that pace. This time we're gonna stay in resistance 1 once again and we're gonna go for a little sprint. 30 seconds only. What pace you go at is up to you. If you can hit that red zone, that's all good. If you're adding just maybe 2 or 3 onto that RPM you were doing before, that's good as well. Just want a little improvement. We go in 3, 2, 1. Let's go! What sort of pace is we hitting now? Nice, Dexy. Yes, popular hero. Three, 2, 1. Rest there. We're gonna bring it up. I want you to find resistance 2 for me. That was 6 speed. But now as we brought it up, now it starts to get a bit tighter. I want to talk to you about your sort of technique. Technique's there to sort of help you out. It makes you more efficient, makes you a better rider, makes that technique really good. We're gonna go for it up to a push pace. 3, 2, 1, let's go! 15 seconds only. In that resistance 2, remember it's tightened up a little bit, so you're not quite aiming for those same numbers. 4, 3, 2, 1, yes. Elbows in, slowing it down now, team. We're in a resting phase, and I want you to go through these sort of tick boxes. Elbows in, shoulders rolled back, arms have that little bend in them, just like this. So that's how it should work, that's how it should sort of look. Once again, shoulders rolled back, gentle bend in those arms, back nice and straight, so pushing your chest through. That should make that back nice and straight. Then it's about your core. Core is engaged from the waist up, relatively still. And here you're kicking out, pulling back, kicking out, pulling back, getting that full 360 motion going on. That's how we want it to be. Going again. In 5, 4, 1 minute this time. 3, 2, 1. 90 to 100 on your pace, team. Remember, try to sort of do as I do, copy what I'm doing in terms of that technique, in terms of how your form should look. Yo, Linda, how you doing? Dexy, feeling good? Always within these sort of beginner classes, you should always have something that you're trying to focus on in terms of improvement. In other classes, Your focus might just be to push yourself harder than before. But I want you to focus on something a little more technique based. Whether it's technique, as in how you look on the bike, your form, whether it's finding your resistances easier. You should always have that sort of focus in these beginner classes. Because that intensity is a bit lower, you can focus on those other things. See what I mean? You get me. 3, 2, 1. Lovely stuff, 30-second rest there. Resistance 3. Heading up to that resistance 3. We get ready to go. Gonna jump straight into your minute. Now we are in our heavier resistances. Resistance 3 and 4, heavier, tighter, more challenging, but that's where we get our sort of strength stuff from. So going for 1 minute on the clock. 3, 2, 1. 80 to 90 in that RPM. 80 to 90. So everyone in those high green zones now. Getting tough now, Linda. Yo, everyone's doing amazing. Building that sweat on. Drop it down to resistance 1. 3, 2, 1. Let's go! Resistance 1. Sprint. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Who doesn't love a little drop down sprint? The music worked bang on for that, which is what we like. Now we're gonna work our way up. We're gonna work our way all the way up to resistance 4, and we're gonna do this in sort of gaps. So we're gonna do 1 minute of work, 30-second rest, but within the 1 minute of work, we're gonna change resistance. So for example, to start with, our first minute is going to be 30 seconds in resistance 1, 30 seconds in resistance 2. Starting in your resistance 1, give me some speed, 100 minimum, if you can. We go 5, 4, let's do this team. 3, 2, 1, let's go. You should be rocking with a bit of speed now. Ten seconds time. Resistance 2, 3, 2, 1. You're probably going to slow down a little bit. You will inevitably, popular hero, you're doing good, give me a thumbs up. Feeling strong? Resistance 2, remember now team, it's got a bit tighter, it's got a bit more challenging. That doesn't stop us. 3, 2, 1. Nice, 30-second rest there. Love that work. 30 seconds resistance 2, 30 seconds resistance 3. Now we build our way up once again. 30 seconds resistance 2, 30 seconds resistance 3. 90 to 100 resistance 2, 80 to 90 resistance 3. Starting with 90 to 100. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Resistance 3. Trying to stay in that green zone at 80 to 90. Final push. 3, 2, 1, sprint. Just give me that little extra sprint. 3, 2, 1. Slow it down, keep those legs moving. Yo, we're over halfway in the entire class. We gotta find that resistance 4 now. 30 seconds resistance 3, 30 seconds resistance 4. So, when you jump up to that resistance 4, it should be mad heavy. 80 to 90 in resistance 3, 70 to 80 in resistance 4. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Yes, Linda. And remember the thing that you're focusing on. Remember the reason, your sort of goal for the class. Three, 2, 1, resistance 4. Three, 2, 1, rest there. How was that, team? We found that resistance 4. So we're gonna go for a little climb. We're gonna go for 2 minutes straight. 1 minute sat down, 1 minute as an option of standing up. Let's go on the drop. 2 minutes. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 70 to 80 is your first minute. We are in that climb. We're climbing that hill. Now remember, sat down for this one, your second minute, as an option, as it's only a beginner class, to stand up out of your seat. I want everyone giving it at least a go. Nice Dexy, nice Linda. Let's go, Liz. Standing up. 10 seconds. Follow my action. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. $60 to $70, love that. I reckon everyone's standing up, you know. Woo. Sitting down in 3, 2, 1, resistance 2. Find resistance 2 for me. We're gonna come into a Degsy special. Hitting the racetrack. Who fancies hitting the racetrack? 1 minute, as fast as you can, resistance 2. Also team, final 10 minutes we go in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Speed. Resistance 2, not resistance 1. But I should see some speed on the board here. Popular hero. Ooh, every time. Speed team. Ten seconds. Three, 2, 1. Popular hero, look how close that was. 4 meters between me, your winner. I'm kidding, you guys are the champions here. And Popular Hero coming in at that sick pace. So good there. All right, let's take it down. Resistance 1. We're gonna play with sprints now. It's your final round. We're gonna play around with sprints. 30 seconds of work, 30 seconds of rest. That's a 1-to-1 work to rest ratio, which means that even though it's a beginner class, I wanna see some speed. I wanna see some speed on the board here. Starting in resistance 1 so we can hit red zone, or at least 105 minimum. We go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go! Resistance 1 team. Yo, I need some more speed than that from you lot. Three, 2, 1. Woo! 30 seconds right there. Resistance 2. Take it out there. Resistance 2. 10 seconds. 90 to 100, maybe even higher. See, this break's nice and long. Team, we go 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go! Let's do this! Four, 3, 2, 1. Take it up. Thanks, Z. I love to see that red zone. I know you got that red zone in you. Resistance 3 now, team. Take it up. Resistance 3. About 85 to 95. 30 seconds only. 4, 3, 2, 1. Go! Three, 2, 1, rest. Okay, here we go. Ready to finish it off. Resistance 4, and then we have a little play around with something. Getting ready to go. Resistance 4, staying sat down. 70 to 80. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Kind spinner. Look who's in. Heavy team, oh my goodness. 3, 2, 1. Resistance 2. Give yourself a shake off. Give yourself a little hype up, because this is how we finish it off. Resistance 2. 1 minute sprint to the very end. Team, we go in. 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Let's do it. Max effort. Woo. Halfway. Twenty. 4, 3, 2, 1. Resistance 0. And let those legs go. Wow, wow, wow. Liz, Linda, popular hero, Daisy. Give yourself a round of applause. Now don't rush off now. This is not the time you rush off. This is just important, these next couple minutes. Because this is our time to breathe. This is our time to chill out. This is our time to listen to the music, to bring it down to that resistance 0, and to keep those legs moving. Because we get a little time to chill, a little time to yourself to breathe. Standing up for me. Gonna push those heels down, still concentrating on your breath. Still concentrating on your heart rate. Pushing your hips back. Getting that stretch into those hamstrings, those calves, sending around the other way. Doing that same thing. Nice. Again, another little, just a little wiggle out. Three, 2, 1. You're gonna roll your shoulders back twice. You can take your arms up. Oh, big stretch over to one side. Big stretch over to the other side. And then from there, Motosumo into your center. And we are done. What is this music? Thank you, team, for an amazing one. That was a joy to teach. That was a joy to be involved with you lot again from all over the world, creating this community that we do, team. So I want to say thank you so much. You're all legends. You're all absolute heroes. You're all inspirations. That's why I want to say thank you. Thank you for joining me as always on Motosumo, making sure I see you on the leaderboard soon. Thank you very much. Click pause and save, and also making sure you find us on social media as well. Peace and love, team, and I'll see you later.